I have replayed through the game and have made it back to here.
What are these?
From what I can tell, they're audio recordings.
Of what, I wonder?
We would require a playback device to learn more. There may be a way to access the recording through your wrist communicator with the aid of a signal amplifier. But that would only be possible by adding an element of control to my logic processing capabilities.
So you need to create a control and logic configuration.
Like a little brother?
Well, it's the only combination left. May as well, Mom.
All right. Here we go.
Hello?
Maybe he's sleeping.
So you require a tool upgrade.
It's a boy.
We were hoping you could set up my comm device to help play back recordings.
Already done. Just hold your device up to the canister. You will be able to access the recording the same way you've been connecting to other systems.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Grace. So I'm pretty sure I was the youngest person on the flight here, and the only Darksider, which was a bit of a surprise. My friends are still sending me halos on what to wish for, mostly stupid suggestions. And my parents made me promise to not waste it on something boyfriend-related, which I agree would also be stupid. So, here it goes. I wish for the lunar terraform to be finished. We're lucky enough to be in the dome, but thousands of kids are still stuck in the tunnels, and their families don't have enough money to take Earth trips. So they've never really been in a space wider than 3 meters without a pea suit, which really sucks. So, whatever you can do to make that happen would be great. Thanks, Grace.
I'd hate to tell her, but the terraform never happened. People came here to make wishes?
For Grace to grant?
I'm unclear how she would go about granting the wishes of so many visitors.
Okay. Yeah, also, on replaying through it, I came to the realization that I could have climbed back up. There's a,
So, what should we call the new config?
I do not require a name.
Might make it easier if you had one.
I will let you know if a suitable name occurs to me.
I'll try to think of some too.
So yeah, it's right there. I didn't see that when I first fell down, so I just climbed up the other side like an idiot.
Aren't you getting a little ahead of yourself? Logic made it pretty clear. Not yet, Addie.
Wow, she's very delayed
Not yet, Addie.
in raising her arm.
Not yet, Addie.
Is this one of those situations where there's no bugs during a first playthrough, but because I reloaded it to do a second playthrough, it's slightly buggy now? That happens with
Go.
some indie games. 225 7. Why is this one all bashed up?
Someone tore this apart.
And took the pieces somewhere?
You're right. That's certainly interesting.
This one as well. Someone's building. Oh, they took the mattress again.
Another dead end.
So it's 2 mattresses gone, and now they've dismantled the, I guess, it's not an entertainment center. I don't know what you'd call that. And a table.
Someone's removed the keypad.
No one talked to me. I'm pretty sure I have all 6, because there can only be 6, right? Oh, what is... What is it?
Figure this was left here as a token, or an offering?
No one spoke to me again, yet I rose my arm as if they were supposed to reply.
All right.
Hello, Grace. This is Madeline Torre. I'd hoped this trip would be my chance to connect with others who care about you. Now, I'm not sure anyone takes these wishes seriously anymore. So, that's my wish. Help me find someone. Someone who loves you as much as I do.
Huh, that's interesting.
She sounded lonely.
What do you mean? The other girl wished for them to do good. Can I backtrack and see if there was...
Oh, I've got one! We can name him Pal Jr.
I was thinking something that sums up what he does.
I can do many things. Pretty much anything you require.
So you're a jack of all trades.
So we
Jack.
could call you Jack.
What do you think of that, Jack?
I will answer to Jack then, if you like.
So the first 3 are named after what they do. I guess, in a way, the other 3 kind of are? No, not really. Pal, Jack, and Mom. So I don't think I can climb back down, right? No. So once you cross a beam or climb something, you're there for good. So I've chosen my path. I'm not going to do the beam. I'm going to go this route. The explorer's route, like Mom said. There's nothing else in here, right? But I'm going to be climbing up again.
Another way up.
Nothing.
This is level 3, Addie.
Let's look for evidence of Everett.
Yep, and there's where I would have come if I... So yeah, I would have bypassed all that stuff.
Not yet, Addie.
I guess it would have net me an achievement, but that's fine. We'll go back for those.
What's the code?
Of course.
9132.
I am able to enter the codes directly if you would like.
Let her do it on her own, if she wants.
So now Jack can open these for me if I don't want to.
There we go. Any way of knowing if this was Everett's room?
The records only give the level. We'll just have to look around.
Well, it logically, not logically, but from a game point thing of tropes and traditions, it's whichever the last one is. The last one you go to. So this person actually slept in their bed. Because there's a blanket here.
Let's try this one.
Oh, but Jack can't auto-hack? He can open doors?
Hello, Grace. I've thought much about what I'd say when I got here. I know it's important for my parents that I make my wish count. So, I guess I wish for them to be proud of me. Thank you, Grace.
No comment on how sad and depressing that one was? Wait, why does yours go all the way over here?
Hey, Grace. I really don't know why you would choose me. I guess no one really knows why they're called to the Spire, but I'm greatly honored. At my age, I thought
That's all I can recover from this one.
It sounds like Grace chose who came here.
That explains why Grace arranged all the flights to and from the Spire. She was in control of it all.
Yeah, I still don't think AI should have that much control. Just saying. Like these people. Never watched Terminator.
Here you go.
6679.
That's it.
Huh. Oh. Hmm. No comment? Oh, there we go.
Only Grace.
Are we allowed to draw on the windows here?
Certainly not. The people who did this were looking for trouble.
Okay, I guess that's only Grace. So I'm speaking English, but I guess we don't speak English.
They were tracking something here. Terracycles, maybe?
They'd lost sync with Earth?
Or the Spire lost power.
When Grace was shut down?
I don't recognize these words. They look like technical or medical terms. A list of supplies, maybe.
Or a list of demands?
They wrote on the glass with chalk? I don't know how well that would work, but...
This is Mark Anthony Wong, and I was called to Grace from Earth Station Phoenix. Not sure if anyone will hear this, but the whole tube system is shut down right now. People are not happy, and I'm getting a little scared, to be honest. I'll be locking myself in until the shuttle returns, and I'm leaving this in case something really bad happens.
That's a little ominous.
Something bad happens, like he's dead? I mean, we haven't found any corpses, so unless Grace cleaned all the corpses.
you go.
Two, 9. Was it this one? 4, 8, 6. Yeah.
Perfect.
This one's another double tube.
Looks like Olympia Mon colors. I guess the team's old enough.
Makes no sense to me.
Hey, the tube system is no longer accepting wishes. If anyone knows how to reach Keeper Everett, please let him know.
Keeper Everett.
It sounds like keepers were Spire caretakers.
When did Everett stay on this floor?
2955.
That's 20 years before this message was recorded.
So he stayed on after his visit and became a keeper? Why was there no record of that?
I would think answers lie at the other end of these vacuum tubes.
From what I can tell, the tube system runs through the central elevator shaft.
Logic? You gonna let us in, considering we know Everett was a keeper?
But do you know what a keeper is?
We'll need access to the elevator to learn more.
Ah, a classic paradox.
Logic.
Fine. If you're done snooping around, I will grant you access to the elevator. Or you could uncover more canisters and learn more about the people who came here.
Reaching the beacon is the priority. You must move on.
No, we're gonna go ahead and learn all these beacon things, these canisters.
Logic will open the way to the beacon. You must go to the elevator.
Hold your horses.
My wish? Oh, I'll tell you my wish. 10 years ago, we're on Venus at the Big Dome. Huge crowd. Olympia Mons favored 4-1, loses 5-1. 6 years ago, on Earth against South Union, loses 2-1. 2 years ago, South Union again, this time up north. I took the boys 3 months round trip. They go 90 minutes, no score. Extra time, no score. South Union takes it again in penalties. You want my wish, Gracie? The next World Cup is on Mars. I wish that Olympia faces South Union again and destroys them, like Space Me Out the Airlock humiliated. That would be a game. That's my wish. So how do I end this recording?
Olympia's still a crap team.
Perhaps Grace was rendered inactive by football hooligans.
Grace likely fostered sports as an alternative outlet for uncontrolled aggression. Of course people would come to her to share their passions.
Sure. Are there more tubes? I really wish there was like a run button or just some way of going faster. This is the last one anyways. Why wouldn't I check it? Oh no, there's 2 more.
Here you go.
Six, 6, 8, 5, and then this one twice or 5 twice? 1, 1. Okay.
Great.
So my memory is terrible. I forgot that immediately. Okay. Tube City.
Someone left a portrait.
It's supposed to be Jesus? Or a Jedi? What the heck?
Why do you insist on defying me?
I'm starting to enjoy it.
I'll take orders from you. You're a computer. Take orders from me.
I'm here, Grace. Najisha, she was so excited when I got the summons. We talked about this for months. Who we could help. Who was most deserving. She honestly believed we could come up with a wish that could make everything perfect. Thank you for choosing me. And thank you for letting me delay coming here. I want to be true to her memory, her wishes, her unlimited love for humanity. But my only wish, the only thought I have, is to have her back. I want her back.
There couldn't have actually been anything Grace could have done for her.
Grace allowed her to voice her grief.
Okay. Well, is this where she's now upset that she doesn't get someone back? Oh, these are those audio recording things we saw down there. Okay. Oh, you're not gonna get mad at me. Alright.
Doubt you'll ever get this message, Grace. We've been waiting weeks now. I hope Keeper Everett is okay. I've been told his sermons are wonderful. And I hope you will be able to deliver the word of grace again soon. Make things work. I'd like you to know that we still love you and think about you. Great comfort to our family over the years. We've all made them for us. With your wisdom, you are missed.
So Grace would receive wishes and then leave people with instruction in the form of sermons. Could that really be all there was to it?
Ideas are powerful. Perhaps just returning with a more enlightened perspective was enough to move society toward common goals.
Highly unlikely. Grace must have had some control over planetary infrastructure, if she was to have had the influence you suspect.
Now I get it. This is meant to be a thing about religion. I'm not a very religious person. I probably wouldn't care about going to see Grace. But it helps people, so they need to go, if they need to talk, if they need to believe in things, let them.
Here you go.
9, 8, 1, 4.
Great. Hey, what happened to the lights?
I believe Control has turned them off, Addie.
Not cool, boss. Control?
You'll need to use your helmet light.
Unbelievable.
I have 2 other people with his power. Why can't they just turn them on? What? Okay, well, someone else dragged and destroyed stuff here. Yeah, we have 2 other people who have Control's power. Why can't they just turn the lights back on?
Look how beat up this is.
It must have been done in anger.
I believe fear also played a part here.
Making sure there's nothing underneath. Got 2 tubes.
I've been instructed by Grace to make a wish. Not something big and altruistic, not for someone else, but for me. A real, honest wish, my heart's true desire. Honestly, this long flight to the middle of nowhere, months without my family, missing the harvest with a per diem that barely covers expenses, for what? Some mystical song and dance that makes us feel like we're somehow part of this robot theocracy. This whole thing, the temple, the hushed tones, the awe that people seem to show this place is ridiculous. My honest wish is to be left alone long enough to actually make some headway on the farm and pull in a decent crop.
It doesn't sound like everyone was happy to come here.
For Grace to understand what made people unhappy was just as important as knowing what made them content.
Are they forced? Like, I would have just not gone. Like, bro, if it's gonna impact your job, you shouldn't. This is my thing about jury duty. If it's gonna impact your job, you shouldn't be forced to do stupid things like this. There's no reason I should have to go to jury duty. Because the whole time I'm there at jury duty, while not working to make a living, and yes, they pay you, but they don't pay you anywhere near enough that you would make just working your job. Like, my whole time, all I'm gonna be thinking is, now, what do I have to not have? Which isn't me. This is more for other people. Like, I have savings. But what do I have to give up from my paycheck to go to jury duty? For me, all I'm giving up is time, and it's boring as shit. But for other people, like, yeah, they have to, if they can't get out of it because they don't have a good enough excuse, they gotta drive there, which for me, yes, I have to go to another town just to go to jury duty, which is ridiculous. But they have to drive there, they have to sit there, like, they have to take time off of work. It's just so dumb. Okay? There are people who actually want to do it. Let them do it.
So I've been thinking a lot, and I feel like, there's been peace for like centuries now, right? But I watch the old Halos, and there's wars, and bad guys, and pirates, and people who need saving, and it's exciting, right? And of course, it's awful, people dying, but I feel like there's no way to, like, prove yourself, Nothing to fix or protect. Does that make any sense? I just want something, like anything at all, to happen. I guess that's what I wish for. Not like a war or anything, just something.
So this guy was just bored?
Like me.
I think this was the last room.
It is. Finally.
Yeah, it looks like something happened. It looks like someone ransacked his room and beat him up and then threw him off the rails. Okay. So that's it. Before we take the elevator, we'll do that in the next one. We have now done everything on this floor. This segment, section.